Coach, how do you plan to use your goaltenders tonight in this game? One's going to get the full game, you're going to split it up?
Every game through the 8 games, first few games that we play, there'll be a lot of splitting going on. It may not be half and half, it may be 2/3, 1/3, but it'll be splitting over the first couple of games. Then we're going to start to get into full games. So we want to get into full games quick for each of these guys so that Zadkoff, Fleury, and Murray all get full games. And the other guy will just be in a typical backup role.
Judging by your lineup tonight, is this a lot of evaluation going on for you?
Well, every game over the next 8 games we play, there's a lot of evaluation. As I said, it's guys, some young guys that are fighting for opportunity within our organization, and then it's other guys looking for ice time, looking for roles. Tonight we'll take a look at a lot more penalty killers than we've used last year. So guys like Perron and that will get a chance to kill tonight, which will be really good to see him on that. And then some of the new guys, just trying to figure out power play, penalty killing, where they're best used, see how they handle 5-on-5 situations.
Could you talk about Crosby being with Kessel and that 2 pair and kind of seeing something to fit? You see Bennett and Bonino being 2 guys you like to see together and work with somebody else on that line?
Well, we haven't seen Bonino yet, so it's a tough, and really with Bonino playing in the West the last couple of years, we've watched some stuff on him, but I like to see him with a couple different players in camp. And so Bennett's going to get a chance in camp to play the right side. He'll also play the left side sometimes. As we said last year, we feel Perron could play the left side if we ever needed it. That's the only juggling we'll do with wingers. But as far as Bonino, we'll mix up some of his wingers till we see what we like.
What have you liked about him so far?
Smart player, really good on the power play half boards or down low in the power play, so we can put him on the half boards, we can put him at the net. I understand penalty killing. We haven't seen him in live penalty killing situations other than the 5-on-4 in the zone. He's been a really good penalty killer, and some of the stuff I watched him last year on the penalty kill situation, I think he's going to be a top-end penalty killer.
I feel like he may be one of your most versatile guys.
He is one of the most versatile guys for sure, and certainly as a center, I see him as a puck distributor type of player. He can move the puck right and left really well. He's got good vision, good instincts out there, and then we'll see defensively for all these guys. We've gone over our defensive structure, but for some of them it may be some changes and adjustments. So in games like happen tonight and tomorrow, it's going to be just trying to get some game experience, getting a feel for it, and we'll make sure that our defensive zone coverage, everybody's sure on it.
Your physical guys like Sestito and Farnham and Alexi, guys like that, what do you want to see out of them in an exhibition game? I mean, obviously you want them to show their physicality. You probably don't want them to go crazy either.
Well, no, we wanted to start right tonight with a real physical, competitive game. So Farns, that's his game. Sestito, that's his game. So we've got to make sure that those guys, they know on the forecheck, their priorities: get in, get it quick, get a hit, recover, get pressure. You know, they play that disruptive, in-your-face type of game, and they've got to start. They don't have to wait. None of these guys have to wait. They've got to start tonight.
But they don't necessarily have to clobber somebody and show you they can fight, for instance.
Well, it depends on what happens in a game. There's other guys in the other team. They want to get in to their lineup too. So Columbus has several guys that are going to be competing tonight for jobs in their team, so you never know what can happen in a game.
Last thing I'm going to ask you is, tomorrow's game you start to get some, like you mentioned already, that Kessel is going to play in that game. Or are you going to start to get some of them, like say the Crosbys, for instance, into that game tomorrow? And what do you want to see out of your stars in exhibition games?
Well, we aren't going to double up guys, so the guys who are playing tonight won't play tomorrow. So I don't think in any of the games do we have anybody doubled up. So you can pretty well read in that the guys that aren't playing tonight, that group is the group we're selecting from for tomorrow. And there will be a couple guys that don't play to the third game, but they're guys that are still going to get 3 or 4 games anyway.
Coach, either team has most of their stars in the lineup, but with the Columbus-Pittsburgh rivalry very healthy, can you predict at all? Do you think some of that will come out tonight?
Oh yeah, for sure. If I look back to the games we played early in the season last year against these guys, I thought it was fast. I thought it was competitive. The very first game we played in there, it was one of the better games of the preseason, I thought, as far as how physical it was, how intense it was, competitive. And it was a really good hockey game back and forth. One of the best ones that I remember from the preseason last year. So Columbus is a team that had a lot of injuries last year. You saw what they can do at the end of the year. They went on that run. And when they have everybody healthy, they've got good depth in their organization. So they're a team on the rise, and we've got to play it like that tonight. We've got to play it like this team is going to be competing this year. We want to show them right away.
Nicholas Anderson will be the first pro North American game for him tonight. When you're dealing with the players play primarily or exclusively in Europe on that type of rink, how do you treat someone like that? Or do you throw things slowly at him, or at least on the North American rink for the first time? Or?
Well, we talked to him, and Plotnikov, similar type of thing. When Plotnikov plays his first game, the smaller ice, some of the things to look for a defenseman or a forward, some of the things that will give you trouble, some of the things that are an advantage. So we've talked to them a little bit about that, but really, to be honest with these guys right now, there's a lot thrown at them in three days. So you've got system stuff, you've got structure, there's new players, there's new teammates to play with. We don't want to overload them, but it's a learning experience for him, because the big ice surface the game is different, and for a defenseman when you're retrieving pucks, that's the biggest difference.